Okay, I feel like every morning I'm always in a rush because I have to make time for walking my dogs and also make time for myself in the morning to help on this situation. I don't mind that, but I just want to look more like professional when I'm at workplace and more like good looking finish. So this makeup look is going to be a very quick everyday makeup look and nothing special, but I want to share with you guys how I've been doing my makeup and how it turns out. So what I'm using here is a Milk makeup. This is a sample size blur stick. This is like a really tiny sample size I got from Sephora. And I mainly put this on the center of my face to hide all these large pores. And around my face, I'm gonna put on a different primer. This is the Sisley Double Tints Instant and Long-Term Primer. And I'm trying to use this up because I've been having this since it has been very hyped on YouTube probably a few years back. It's more like a serum, but it does the job of having your foundation stick onto your face for the whole day. So before foundation, I always apply my back under eye brightener. This helps to lift up the tiredness on my under eye. You guys can see the difference right away. It just lift up everything up here and it kind of just cancels out my dark circle before applying my concealer. If you guys watch my foundation review or my videos, you guys know this is like my holy grail product. So after the under eye back brightener, I am going with my concealer, and I just recently discovered this trick. If you let it sit for a while, it just gives you a lot full coverage on your concealer instead of just blending it out right away. So today I'm using this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Satin Finish. I've been loving this, and I do have a matte version with me, and this is a lot more like a tart shaped it. It's like more matte finish, but this one I like it during the winter time, and this give me that coverage. So while I'm waiting my concealer to sit underneath my eye, I'm gonna go with my foundation, and I've been loving this foundation lately. This is the Estee Lauder Perfectionist Youth Infused Serum Makeup. It has the SPF 25, and this foundation, it works for me during the winter time because I'm not as oily. So this foundation I'm gonna go on with all around my face, but on the center of my face I'm using a different foundation. This is the L'Oreal Infallible up to 24 hours wear foundation. This is a drugstore, my holy grail, my favorite at the moment. The Infallible on the center of my face where I get the oiliest. And then I'm gonna go in with my Estee Lauder Youth Foundation. This is more like a hydrating foundation, and it does still give you the coverage, but I just love mixing two foundation because it really just target your concerns on the face, and it just does the job. So here I'm just gonna dab it out, and I love using a beauty sponge like this to blend out my foundation. Recently I just did a Tati Beauty sponge review, and if you guys are interested, you guys can click it up here to see what's my thought. But I just love using my sponge to apply my liquid foundation. It's easier to blend in and it's easier to wash. So usually if I'm not doing a video, talk to video, I'll be done within 10 minutes. And after the foundation is done and it is time to blend out my under eye concealer, it has been sitting there for about a minute, and you guys can see it just gives you a lot more coverage when you have it sit underneath your eye area. Obviously I did put quite a lot of concealer today, so I have to blend that out. And normally I like to blend a little concealer on top of my eyelid just to balance out that discoloration and just put the whole look back together. And if the foundation doesn't cover up my blemishes, I usually go with like a stick concealer or my concealer that I use on my under eye just to give it a little bit more coverage. You guys can see I have a lot of blemishes going on because of stress and period. And I'm just gonna blend this out again with my beauty sponge. And by the way, I'm using this concealer stick that I've been trying to finish it up in my project pan, but I never. This is the Clay Depot stick foundation, stick concealer in the shade beige. So after that, I like to go in with my loosening powder again because I do have oily face, so I have to set this makeup look every single time, no matter it's winter, dry season, or it's summer. And I'm using this Jeffree Star loose setting powder I just got from last week, and I like to use with my toddy sponge to apply loose setting powder. I don't normally do baking because it's a little too drying unless I'm going out for a very long day for about 12 hours, then I have to bake it. But for everyday makeup look, I usually just pat it on, just lock that liquid foundation onto my face. And also always make sure to set my eyelid because I do get very oily on my eye. Okay, just the last final touch up. Make sure everything is set onto the face. When I have time, I will go into my brow, and as you guys can tell, my brow is already done and it has microbladed on. So normally if I'm running late, I can just go on and about with my brow like this, but when I have time, I like to touch up those little sparse area. So I know it's a little cheating because my face is already almost like woke up like this with my lashes and my brow is already on. But guys, your girl gotta do what she gotta do because it really saved a lot of my time to get ready in the morning, and I don't need to spend about 15 minutes to draw my brows, and especially I don't have like a nice brow shape, or I don't have a really good skills to knowing like what my brow want to look like. So it depends your preference, but for me it really helps because I don't have to rush in the morning with not having my brows on. Okay, now moving on to my favorite step. This is the easiest step in my whole makeup look, and I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. So bronzer for now, since I discovered this sponge, I like to apply my blush and bronzer in this sponge, and it's just so effortless. You guys can see it's so easy. Just pinch your sponge and then apply your contour on. And the contour I'm using today, or I should say this is bronzer. This is the bronzer from Fenty Beauty in the shade Shady Beast, and this is my winter perfect bronzer color. And as you guys can see, it looks so natural and diffuse looking, and it's effortless. So I've been loving how I apply my bronzer and my blush lately. It just looks so natural, easy, and just so diffuse looking. And then for blush, again, I'm using another side of the sponge and apply this on, and you guys can see it's like diffuse, natural looking. It's not too powdery, and it just stay on very nice. So the blush I'm using today is from Laura Geller. This is the Bake Blush and Brighten Tropical Horse. I've been loving this sponge to apply any powder form of makeup because it just looks diffuse and natural looking. And honestly, if I'm traveling, I would just only bring this sponge with me because you can do it with liquid as well. Okay, next step, I am going with a highlighter. And highlighter, this is what I just purchased recently. This is a Jaclyn Hill whole highlighter palette. This is in the shade The Flush. I love this. And I was debating getting the loose powder, like the very intense looking one, but I was like, this is a lot more natural, and you guys can see the finish. So here I'm mixing 4 of the shade here on the inside, and it just looks so pretty. And then now I'm just gonna fix my eyelash extension. And then I'm gonna go in with my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultra Fine Mist. So it really depends how much time I have to get ready, but if I have time, I will go in with my lip. So to line my lip, I'm going with my Patrick Ta Precise Lip Crayon in the shade She's Proud. Seriously, I just love his lip liner formula because it's so buttery and so precise, and I can just wear it alone, so I love it. I got 2 shades from this line. And then to fill my lip, I'm going in with the Becca lipstick in the shade Yours Truly. So this is what it looks like, and then I like to put on just a little gloss right on the center. just to give it that 3D juicy looking. So this is from KW Beauty in the shade Radiant. I've been loving her line. So last step, we're almost done here. I'm gonna pat everything in with the clean side of the sponge just to diffuse the whole makeup look. Make sure there's no harsh line. Sometimes if my blush go overboard, I like to go in with the sponge with foundation on that I applied. Okay, we're done here and this is the final look, and honestly this is so easy and this is what I basically use almost this month on my everyday makeup look. Nothing has been changed. So the stuff that I used in this video, I've been really loving it and I love how my makeup turns out. It looks very natural yet it looks put together, but it doesn't cost you way too much time to get ready like this. And also on top of that, I like how this makeup look. It just looks so natural, like you didn't put effort on it, but still looks like your skin is a lot better in a situation comparing to the beginning how my skin. So this is my new update of my everyday makeup look. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. It really just takes like 10 minutes to do all this makeup every day when I get ready. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this video again, and if you guys do like this video, please give me a big thumbs up and also don't forget to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
My old lovers fall into my covers where they sink one by one. Yeah, I watch them disappear.